fought the rest, now try the best!
I haven't been on the Tekken subreddit in quite some time, so I thought I would go over there and check out what's happening. There's no character reveals or updates going on currently, and I wanted to see what is the community doing in the meantime. There are some memes, there are some concept art, there are some gameplay, as you would expect. But I seen this video from K-Swiss that was posted there, and the post says, regarding the lack of Tekken 8 news. I clicked on the link and I watched this video from K-Swiss.
Our information's so sporadic, it's random, you know, none of the trailers are really that diverse, they all do the same thing. And they said like being a Tekken fan right now is kind of disappointing compared to the others. And I want to know, is that a shared belief?
Right now, quite possibly has to be the worst time to be a die-hard Tekken fan. Tekken 7 is in disarray. You can't even play that game and have a fun experience. But also, all of the Tekken content creators, all of the Tekken competitors, everyone is focused on Street Fighter. And this is also a big factor, a contributing factor to the animosity that's building up in the community. When you make a video talking about the marketing being bad, like for example, this tweet that went out, you do have a wave of people who, I don't want to say defend Tekken 8, but they say, hey, you're overreacting. The marketing is perfect. Things is going fine. You know, just be patient. I can see both sides of it. I think the marketing could be better. The communication could be better. I think sometimes we run into issues that could be avoided simply by them saying something. For example, Summer Games Fest. A lot of people watched that whole 2-hour event expecting Tekken to be there. And then we were all disappointed, upset, frustrated that nothing happened. And then they dropped the trailer, and then that trailer, it kind of made it a little bit better, but a lot of people were still sour. I think if they tweeted something saying, hey, stay tuned for after the event, some people would have been a little bit better. But also too, on the flip side, I feel like people are waiting for a particular thing, and until that thing happens, they will never be satisfied.
You look at Street Fighter 6, you know, they've done everything right. You know, the collaborations with the WWE, the Chipotle stuff, etc., etc.
Out of the three, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, and Tekken, Street Fighter has the most normal marketing campaign for a video game. They announced it in February. By December, you had a release date and a pre-order. And then a couple months later, the game was out. That's like the most standard way to market a video game ever. Mortal Kombat went a different route. And this is still kind of a popular route to go. Call of Duty does it a lot as well. But they opted to announce their game within 7 months and have it come out. Same day they announced it, they did the pre-orders and everything, right? All at once. Tekken 8 has chose the most unpopular route of marketing a game. They went for the route of, let's announce this game very early on, possibly years in advance. We're going to take our time announcing things, showing off characters, and all of these things. We're going to build up very slowly to the game release.
If we're talking about a complete package as a game, I think Street Fighter 6 undoubtedly is the best fighting game right now. As a complete package, I think it's one of the best fighting games of all time. I think it's going to be very hard for Tekken to top that. I think Tekken's always been a bit lousy with offline content, which they've not said anything about yet.
Part of me wonders why they needed to do the alpha test in the first place. Mortal Kombat is a fighting game, Street Fighter is a fighting game, but neither one of those two needed to do multiple alpha tests. They did whatever they did behind closed doors, and then boom, the game is ready. Here's 1 beta, here's 2 beta, let's test out the netcode and whatnot. I kind of wonder why Tekken 8 is the only fighting game that needs to do that. Once the beta comes around, maybe it will be that much better because of it, but I also think it created a lot of big problems. Like when they talked about the alpha test, right, this game is a work in progress. There's a lot of things that people discovered in that work in progress build that has been major controversies. It's like the path that they chose, they want to perfect the game and make it better, but also that created a whole nother wave of problems.
Bro, Titanfall 2 might be one of the best shooters of all time. That game failed because it came out at the same time, I think, as COD, and they just didn't push it that well.
But also too, another thing that I would bring up is Tekken 7. Tekken 7 wasn't this heavily marketed game. Yes, they had multiple trailers, but I guarantee none of you guys ever seen those trailers. Tekken 7 really built up a lot of momentum after the game released. The community supported this game, the developers supported this game with characters and whatnot, and hype built rather slowly. Now all that hype is built up, and Tekken 8 is kind of de-escalating that hype. And I think that's kind of what we're seeing now. Tekken 7 built it up, and Tekken 8 isn't really doing anything to push it to the next level. Once again, I can see both sides of it.